Bigfoot here. It's day 10, Monday the 2nd, I think, of May. And this is the view from top of a bald, just about maybe a half a mile from where I stayed last night. Just beautiful. Wow. Best shot of the trip, or excuse me, best shot of the Smokies so far. That is just amazing. So, stayed in Spencer Shelter last night, and I was lucky enough to have enough people that rolled in at the end that didn't have tents, so I decided to volunteer and set my tent out in out of the shelter. So there was at least 3 mice that I saw running around the floor. I just didn't want to share my bed with the mice last night, so I acted as tribute. Beautiful day here in the Smokies. It was supposed to rain and thunderstorm last night. We got just a little bit of rain, and I saw some thunder in the distance, but it was a nice night, and by, I don't know, midnight I had to go to the bathroom and it was totally clear. I could see the stars and everything. It was great. So we are at about mile marker 184 right now, and the really the big point of interest of the day today is Clingmans Dome, which is the highest point of the AT, which is right about 6,700 feet. I think it's just under, and it's about 13 or 14 miles from where we're at right now. Actually, no, it's more like 16. So depending on how I feel and if I get there in good time, I might make the half-mile trek down to grab a cold soda and maybe a snack. Only problem is it's a steep climb back up, so I don't know, if I'm too lazy I won't do it. But other than that though, trying to get to Cold Spring Shelter, mile marker 210, which would make for a 27-hour day, or 27-mile day, which I think is totally feasible, especially when I get past Clingmans. There's not going to be as nearly as much climbing as yesterday, so it will be a lot easier. I started at about 7:15 this morning, and for the first time this trip there was actually a couple of hikers that got on the trail before me. I've usually always been the first one, and I've been leaving about 7 o'clock in the morning, which I didn't think it's super early because it starts getting light enough to hike at about 6:30. So anyway, that kind of wraps up the morning so far. So I'm gonna check out, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bigfoot out. Hey guys, Bigfoot, and live on the AT. We are atop of Rocky Top, which is probably the best view that I've had of the trip so far. You can see the clouds just coming right in here. So it's getting smokier, and check out this view. Totally amazing. I honestly could sit up here all day and I wouldn't even care. It is so beautiful. So I've been taking my time to get up here. I'm moving kind of slowly just because there's so many views after the Spencer Shelter, and gave reason to have another rest break and another rest break and another rest break. Just awesome. So what a great start to the day. I'm so glad that I didn't push last night to try to get to the next shelter. because this really made it worth it, because I don't know that I would have enjoyed it as much as I do today when I'm nice and fresh. So it is nice and cool out, which is just fantastic. There's a nice cool breeze coming in, which I really appreciate, especially with how humid it was yesterday. But hopefully I'll be seeing you guys a lot today. I will if we keep on getting views like this. So anyway, this just made my morning grinning ear to ear. All right, guys, so I'll check you a little later. So cool. Hey guys, Bigfoot. It is just after 3, day 10 on the AT, and we are climbing up the lookout tower for Clingmans Dome. About 17 miles in the day. Got here in just a little bit over 9 days, 9 full days. Hi. Excuse me.
I'm here. I can stay at Sure, of course. Just press the button, right? And everything's all set? Yeah. You got it.
Alright, so making pretty good time today. The shelter I want to stay at is about another 10 miles. I only got to average about 2 miles an hour to get there, which is more than doable. I've been averaging about 2.4 a day, and it's been climbing half the time, so. Alright, pretty sweet. 2 other milestones besides being on top of the 18 just past the 200 milestone, and then less than 2,000 miles to Kephart, so pretty awesome. Alright guys, I'm gonna check out Bigfoot out. Hey guys, Bigfoot. We are at Newfound Gap, which is the only road that intersects the Smoky Mountains. Got some trash cans, and there's restrooms here. I don't think there's any potable water. Got 3 miles left to get to the campsite, and it is probably about 6:30. So I still got 2 hours left to sunset. So anyway, I'm gonna dump off my trash here, and then I'm gonna start making the trek up. I've been being chased by a storm all the way since Clingmans, and I've been outrunning it, so I don't know if I can still outrun it up the mountain. Alright guys, Bigfoot out.
Hey guys, I hope you can see this. It is Tuesday morning. I think it's Tuesday morning. Yes, the 3rd of May, which is day 11. I made it to Icewater Springs last night. I got here at about 7:45, maybe 8 o'clock. I did 27 miles yesterday, and the last 3 miles, it started pouring on me, and maybe the last mile and a half, the thunder finally came, and I made it to camp as fast as I could. I think the last 3 miles were a climb all the way up a mountain, which was a reasonable climb. It wasn't anything hard, but when I got up here, I stayed in the shelter, ate, and then had to set my tent in the rain for the first time. And yeah, it hasn't been the best night, just because everything's wet now. All my hiking clothes are wet. So my plan today is to try to get to Standing Bear Farm. It's 30 miles. I hope the weather can cooperate a little bit. I'm going to try to leave by 7 o'clock. It's 6:35 right now. I don't know if I'll be able to get together everything that fast. I'll probably move a little bit slower since it's wet, but maybe 7:15, and I hope I can hike at least. If I can hike, 12 straight hours, 2.5 miles per hour, I can make it to Standing Bear before it gets dark. So anyway, I don't have any more battery on my battery pack because I spent most of it trying to charge my GoPro and my phone when I was uploading all the videos to YouTube and the lodge. So I don't have a lot of battery left of much of anything, so I really need to make it to Standing Bear if I want to keep on filming everything today at least. Anyway, that about wraps up, guys. I will see you guys a little later. Bigfoot out.
Bigfoot day 11, and it is probably about 9:30, 9:45. Yesterday was tough. To recap my day, I got chased by a turkey, kind of. I got chased by a storm. I got poured on. I hit the highest peak of the AT. I passed the 200-mile mark. I saw my first sign that had Mt Kephart on it, 1,972 miles. Hey guys, so it is 2:15, day 11, Tuesday, May 2nd. I'm absolutely flying through the rest of the Smokies. The first about 15 miles today, I was riding a ridge, and I think I probably ascended maybe 700 more feet. So I think I topped out at like 6,300 something. I can't remember what the elevation was in my campsite last night. But once I got through that, last about 14 miles of the Smokies, 13 miles is pretty much all downhill, and I am just flying. I will probably be out of the Smokies in the next couple hours, which would put me, let's see, total time that from the time I came in to the time I left the Smokies would be about 53 hours. So, just flying. The sun has finally came out. It's been great. Last night was the most difficult night on the AT, weather-wise. And there were parts of the beginning of today where I was so cold that I had to keep on hiking just to keep my body temperature up, so I wouldn't have to put on my thermal base later and get it all drenched as well. So it's been awesome. Definitely blessed with the weather, how it's turned out. I still haven't really been able to see anything but clouds, but I actually can see blue sky now, which is awesome. One thing I forgot to mention yesterday, when I was coming off of Clingmans Dome, I met a couple from the Arctic Circle. Really cool. Their names were Polar Bear, and I forgot the guy's name. I know it in the language that they speak, the Eskimos speak over there, it meant it's all good. They've been there for about 29 months. They said that the coldest day that they've experienced was like negative 57 or something like that. So I thought I knew what cold was all about, living in Minnesota for 30 something years, but that was crazy. So I wish I could have had more time to talk with them. They're through hiking the entire trail, and they don't really have a time limit. They think it's going to be about 5 months, but I thought that was really cool. All right guys, so I'm gonna let you go, and making great time to be able to get to Standing Bear by 7:30 or before. Bigfoot out. Hey guys, Bigfoot here. I don't know if you can see the waterfall in the back. This is just coming on Davenport Gap. I think that's what the gap is called, where you exit the Smokies if you're a northbounder, or if you're a southbounder, you enter the Smokies. I ended up getting there at about 20 after 6, so I made some pretty good time. I am just on the way to Standing Bear right now. I'm hoping to get there before 7:30. I'm not sure what time it is. It's been a long day. All right, so I gotta find the blaze, and I'll be back. Right? We'll put out. Hey guys, we're crossing the Pigeon River right now, and we are going to go under the overpass of Interstate 40, which is the first interstate that the AT crosses, at least that I remember anyway. I don't remember crossing any other major interstate. If I wanted to go back home, I could just head west on 40 for a while. So just got about, I think, a mile until we get to the hostel, Standing Bear. Oh, there's a wedding. And I'll probably check back then. But it's kind of weird, but kind of nice to be walking on a road after getting out of the old Smokies. So, all right, guys, Bigfoot out.